Welcome to the Powers of Mind Hour. I'm Brother Malcolm.
And I'm Sister Carolyn.
And we are here with you today to share some wonderful insights on Enlightenism. It's a philosophy that we develop to create a new way to think and live. To get out of the pain in your life, stop thinking about yourself as a victim and being powerless. Sister Carolyn is going to get us started. She's an Enlightenism practitioner and teacher. She does workshops around the country. And she's going to share some wonderful information with you today about the Enlightenism philosophy so that you too can free yourself of toxic beliefs and values. Sister Carol.
Thank you, Brother Malcolm. Thank you. And as Brother Malcolm said, I am Sister Carolyn. I am an Enlightenism teacher and a consciousness practitioner. And this is what I do. This is my life's work. This is what I've come to this planet to do, to understand who I am and my awareness of being in all situations. And if my awareness is free of the illusions that I've been taught, then I always know that I'm on the Enlightenism road of a new way to think and live. Enlightenism says that you are born whole, perfect, and complete, faceless, formless, and colorless, and have everything that you will ever need for the journey. And in understanding that, the idea of today's lesson insights is to leave you with an assignment of understanding your thinking, of understanding how you apply your beliefs and values to your life. When I am speaking, people typically can agree with me and they say, yeah, I get that. But getting something and being able to do it are two different works. When you hear something that sounds very simple and you think it's easy to do, just try it. And then you will see how your beliefs that you've manifested in your life will come up to try and stop you. And in the psychology world, they say sabotage your plans. But what I know is we are the ones who sabotage ourselves. As the first Enlightenism insight says, you are responsible for the current conditions in your life. Understanding Enlightenism and getting that statement sounds very simple. But then when we start to apply it, it begins to look a little different. Because most of our life, we have lived by the do's and don'ts that we've been taught by others. And those do's and don'ts are conditional responses. There are conditional responses with do's and don'ts, right answers and wrong answers, agreement and non-agreement. And if too many people disagree with us, we then try and make ourselves do what we've been taught. And what Enlightenism says, that you are born whole, perfect, and complete, faceless, formless, and colorless. And you have everything that you will ever need for the journey. And when you begin to understand that, and then understanding that you're responsible for the current conditions in your life, then and only then can you make a decision to get off the crowded road that you've traveled for so long in your life. Now, Brother Malcolm's book, The New African American Man, which is here, speaks about that crowded road and getting off that crowded road. And when we're getting off the crowded road, we're not getting off the crowded road free of the beliefs and ideas that others have taught us. We are getting off the crowded road so that we can come to understand ourselves more fully, to understand our way of thinking, how that thinking was brought into our lives by people that we trust. This book, The New African American Man, is the first step in my way of thinking of getting off the crowded road, getting off the illusionary road that we were taught by others. Now, this book, The New African American Man, can be purchased through Amazon, your local bookstore, or you can go to your library to pick it up. It has wonderful stories in. And the stories are really for insight into yourself. It's not picking up the book and saying, oh, I didn't live this way. It's about picking up the book and understanding that you too are on the crowded road of life unless you decide to get off. You also understand that on that crowded road of life, you are homeless within yourself. And what I mean by that is that you really don't know who you are. This home that you live in, this consciousness that you possess, has been given up by you to embody what others have taught you. And the idea of getting off the crowded road is to understand that. It's to understand that unless you build a home that is comfortable, that home in consciousness, that knows who you are, that you have the freedom of being compassionate, of being understanding, of being loving to yourself. If you don't build that home within yourself, then you have nothing to give to children, loved ones, or anyone else. You are simply giving them the illusionary world that you were taught. Enlightenism takes you off the crowded road. It takes you to that place within, that home that you build for yourself, that place of comfort. And if it is not comfortable, you have the power to change your life. You have the power within you, that power that you were born with, that power that we are so often talked out of in doing and being who we are, because we are sometimes afraid that we may upset someone that we consider a friend, a relative, a loved one, by just being who we are. It doesn't mean being angry and mean and telling people off. It means understanding who you are and having the consolation within you. When you come to points where you are angry, where you are frightened, and you don't know what to do, that you understand when we say you have everything that you will ever need for the journey. It's time then to understand that you're not giving yourself the compassion that you need. You're not giving yourself the love that you need in this moment. You are not giving yourself the consolation of who you are. You are working outside of yourself. And when we understand that, we can understand our awareness of being everywhere we are. It doesn't mean you are on a stage. It means understanding who you are in those small events in your life. So the insight for this week is to understand your responses. Where are you responding from? Are you responding clearly from who you are? Are you responding from what the world has taught you? Understand your responses. Those responses don't have to be conditional. Understand that you are off the crowded road now and on to Enlightenism, a new way to think and live and be in every experience that you have on this earth. And now it's time for Brother Malcolm to bring his part of the Enlightenism Insights. I give you speaker, author, and creator of Enlightenism, Brother Malcolm.
Thank you so much, Sister Carolyn, for those wonderful insights. I am Brother Malcolm.
Absolutely.
And she got us going, and now I'm with you to share some additional insights on Enlightenism.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sister Carolyn.
Thank you.
Okay, folks, part 2. I am greater than the I that I created. Faith in yourself is a powerful force. Understand something. Faith is a choice. You put faith in anything. But when you put faith in yourself, that there is a power in you that I call Enlightenism and consciousness that's greater than the illusions of race and color, gender, age, religion, status, and all these other things that society has told us to believe in. Faith in yourself is a powerful choice that you can make today. Because when you have faith in yourself, you have faith in understanding that consciousness exists within you and is whole, perfect, and complete, colorless, faceless, and formless. It is consciousness. It's God, God-like power, colorless, faceless, and formless. Now, you may not have faith in it, but you may have faith in something else. You may have faith in philosophy, psychology, religion, theology, all of the things that other people have told you about. But what about the faith in you? The goal in life for many is to overcome pain and suffering. That's the goal. The question is, do you have the power to overcome the pain and suffering in your life? Or are you committed to living a lifestyle of pain and suffering for the rest of your life? In other words, it's something that you are going to endure all of your life. You're going to be in pain and suffering. And the only way you can get out of the pain and suffering is to die and go to another place in the afterlife. I'm talking about faith in yourself in this world. And when we understand what the world is about, then we understand our place in the world, our existence in the world. And the things that happen to us in the world are coming from interpretations that we have faith that somebody told us the truth about what's happening in our lives. We believe the illusions of reality. There are millions of people today that are suffering and are in pain, and they are placing their faith outside of themselves. They don't believe they have the power to overcome the pain and suffering. That it's a way of life. It's like breathing. It's like breathing is a way of life, and you just take it for granted. Blinking your eyes, you take for granted. Pay no attention to the eyes or anything that's happening naturally because it's supposed to. You're not supposed to be in pain and suffering. It's a choice. Just like faith is a choice. It's not divine. Someone encourages you to have faith in something. You can have faith in the beliefs of what someone wants you to believe about yourself. The absence of power in you is the absence of faith in you. In other words, your faith is equivalent to your power about yourself. If you don't have any power, you can see it expressed in your life. No one needs to someone can look at you and tell you you have no power. So, well, how do you know? Well, people put on all types of expensive clothing and so forth and attire to create the illusion of power. Say, well, that person has a lot of power. Then they can have entourages, people accompanying them, and you say, well, this is power. But you, the person that I am talking with today, do you have faith in yourself? Let's forget about faith in others. You can talk about faith in Jesus, you can talk about faith in God, and all of the things you can place faith in. But what faith do you have in yourself? Why do you feel powerless today? Why do you feel you must struggle to live in this world? Rather than understanding, it's a lack of your understanding about who you are in the world. Change what you think of yourself in the world. And then you change how the world appears to you. It's an interpretation. It comes from somewhere. People used to talk about, I'm going to follow my conscience. I believe in my conscience. There's no such thing. There's nothing in you that you didn't put, except what I am talking about. See, everything that we're referring to, moral principles, spiritual principles, these are things that we learn from someone else. And we place them into our mind. And we refer to them when we make decisions. This is right, this is wrong. This is good, this is bad. These are all interpretations. They're not really what's happening in the world. These are things that we talk about and have faith in because it's the absence of faith in you. You are not a victim. You were not born a victim. Your race and color does not have anything to do with the power that you possess, that you were born with. But if you believe and have faith in what someone else has taught you about who you are, then you have very little faith in yourself because you believe that you're a victim and you come from a long line of victims. And therefore, that's all you can do. You learn how to adapt the mind to accept faith in your surroundings, in your interpretations. You place faith in the interpretations. I'm suffering. I'm in pain. I am this. Someone else believes they are something else. But you are not. See, you're not. But your mind cannot accept what I'm saying until you are born again. Not like people think about with rituals. See, I'm not talking about rituals. And I'm not talking really about faith in being born again. I am talking about action. The action on your part to transform your mind to have faith in yourself. That's what I'm talking about. That's the born again principle. I'm not relying on some interpretation for somebody's talking about thousands of years ago. I'm talking about a new birth in you, where your faith is in you and the power you have to change how you think and live. That's the faith I am talking about in you. So you may want to argue with me and say, well, that's blasphemous what you're saying. Is it? Do you want to be a victim? Do you want to be powerless? Do you want to struggle? Do you want to have pain all of your life? And do you believe the only way you can get free of the pain and suffering is to die? And then we trick ourselves into believing that somehow in death we're going to be liberated. Cannot accept the fact that you have faith in what someone has told you rather than what you have discovered for yourself. Enlightenism is self-knowledge, direct knowledge of the self. But you have to have faith in the self. I'm not talking about the person that you may be aware of being today, because your awareness of being is coming from an interpretation that you have received from somebody else about who you are. So you may believe that you are black, you're a powerless victim, and that all of the things around you are suffocating you with victimization. That's a misinterpretation about who you are. The rebirth of being born again is to change you, the person you are aware of being, and to instill a deep commitment, a deep faith that you are greater than your current awareness of being, that there is a power in you. I'm not talking about an individual power. I am saying specifically what's in you is consciousness, unconditioned consciousness that lives and exists forever. And that consciousness is in you. And you can draw upon the consciousness when you work in the mind. So Enlightenism is about working in the mind. It's about action on your part. To be born again is means to let go of your victimization and your powerlessness and to place a faith in you and the power within you. That's new birth. It's not the body. It's not the body. The body, someone can simply explain the body to you. The body is going to give out. It's going to stop functioning. And someone's either going to put you in the ground or burn your body. But the body is going to stop existing. So then you have to say, well, what happens to Malcolm? Well, Malcolm is here. Malcolm is here today, living, alive, on a journey, the path to freedom of the mind. And when you have you're on the path to the freedom of mind, then you know and understand your relationship between the body and the consciousness within. And we're talking about the consciousness within, absent the body, absent all of the things you're seeing about yourself. If someone is telling you how you look, that you have a certain race and color, that you live in certain conditions in the world, and then you believe that, and then your body, the mind embodies it, accepts it, and then you become that which you believe you are. Then your faith is placed in that person. And that's what I'm saying with you today, Sister Carolyn and I.
Absolutely.
The born-again philosophy of Enlightenism is transforming the mind to work and accept that you are greater than your current awareness of being. Place your faith in yourself and the power in you to change how you think and live. This is what it means to be born again in consciousness. Consciousness, folks, whole, perfect, and complete, colorless, faceless, and formless. We're doing the work, sharing the information and insights with you about Enlightenism, but you can learn more about Enlightenism by going to Amazon, or any place where you sell books. Yes. You can get books on Enlightenism, Seeds from the Ashes, Let There Be Light.
The New African American Man.
The New African American Man. And I say to all of you today, in ending, Sister Carolyn and I say to you, place your faith in yourself and the greater power in you of consciousness. Have a great day. Stop by and visit with us again.
Thanks for listening.